Hello, Nerdmigos! Pendragon here with more Ashes of Creation news. Where do I begin? So much amazing news has been released recently. Let's kick it off with the biggest news. The NDA is over. It's done. We've waited for this day for so long. All of us can stream, all of us can make videos, all of us can talk about the game. It is over, folks. On top of that, Steven just announced that he's going to be opening up testing to all Alpha 2 backers. He expanded it even further, saying, "In the weeks moving forward, we will begin to announce invites to all beta backers and all Alpha 0 testers before eventually inviting all registered users." Wow. Now, before you grab your pitchforks, it's important for us to keep in mind that the purpose of Alpha is to help the AOC team to test as many features as possible before moving on to the next phase. Right now, the team is working on optimizing their systems, increasing stability, and fixing bugs. We spoke with Steven recently, and he confirmed that we're still on track to begin the next phase, Castle Sieges, in December of this year. So for all of you who are saying, hey, they're taking resources away from the MMORPG, and they're focusing on developing this Battle Royale game, you guys couldn't be further from the truth. And it's really important to keep in mind that everything that you see in the BR are assets that were already created for the MMORPG, repurposed to create the landscape and the mechanics for the Battle Royale mode or the Arena mode. This wasn't in the script, but I want to elaborate on this a little bit more. People are still afraid that Intrepid Studios is taking resources away from the Ashes of Creation MMORPG project and allocating it toward the creation of this Battle Royale, and that is just not the case. So, stepping back a little bit, I worked in the gaming industry for a short time. I wasn't a developer or publisher or anything like that. I worked in customer service, I worked as a GM, I worked as quality control, I worked for testing out mechanics, and so I have a little better insight into what it takes to develop a game than the average gamer. And so when the developers are creating a game, they first create all of the assets, and so everything you see, the textures on the ground, the trees, the plants, your character models, the armor, the buildings, everything you literally see are broken up into different assets. And so these assets, they were created for the Ashes of Creation MMORPG and repurposed for the Battle Royale mode. And so this means that literally everything you see in the Battle Royale mode, cosmetically, is going to be in the Ashes of Creation MMORPG. Now, they did have to spend a little bit of time working out some mechanics like the firewall coming in, or I think that might be the only thing that they really had to work on. As far as the servers logging in, that's going to be the same exact platform that they're going to be using for the MMORPG. The matchmaking system is going to be in the MMORPG. I can't think of anything else other than that big firewall closing in that wouldn't be in the MMORPG, and I can imagine that only took maybe a few hours to do. And so in the grand scheme of things, to deploy this Battle Royale mode, making a few tweaks, creating that one extra mechanic, I can't imagine them spending any more than maybe 8-10 hours potentially. They had to associate skills to pieces of armor or to weapons. In a previous stream, I'm pretty sure Steven said that they were planning on doing that anyway, and so they may have spent a little bit of time doing that, but that's it. They're not taking 25% of what they have of what they had allocated for the MMORPG and creating the Battle Royale. It's just not the case. The last bit of news, and potentially the biggest piece of news for some of you, is the AOC team is going to be launching 2 new servers. One is going to be located in the eastern United States, and the other is going to be located in Europe. Now, the exact locations are still unknown, but this is major news. So I can hear you asking, hey Pendragon, will the European servers be hosted by my.com? And the answer is going to be no. For this phase of testing, the server is going to be hosted by the Intrepid Studio team. That's it. That's all I've got for today. You guys know what to do. If you would like to learn more about Nerd House, see exclusive videos, and follow our other social media platforms, feel free to visit our website, nerdhousetv.com. Until next time.